everybody, thank you for stopping by. So in today's video we are making a travel bag. So I've got my 2 leathers and 2 linings, and I'm using a taffeta leather, stock taffeta leather. So the measurement I'm using is 10 inches. So we are going to start working now. I'm going to put zipper on one. So from the tip of the leather I took 3.5 inches and I rule it as a straight line. So now I'm going to cut it out. So I'm keeping the second leather aside. This one, keep it aside. We are going to first work on this. So now that I'm done cutting it, I'm going to get my zip cloth. I'll put it right side facing each other. I'm not putting lining there for now. So I will just put it on my machine and stitch it down. I'll flip it over and top stitch on it. So I'll put the second one. Arrange it very well. Make sure that they are equal, then I will also stitch it. I'll flip it over and top stitch it on it. I'll top stitch on it also. So this is what I have after sewing it. We see that our leather have reduced. So I'm going to use the second leather to shape it by the side to get the roundness there. I'll trim it off. So after shaping it, the next thing I'm going to do is to put my zip head. By the time you finish sewing it, it will reduce. So you make sure that you shape the 2 leathers to be equal. Now is the time I'm going to put it on my lining and stitch it round. I'm trying to cut off the excess lining because I'm using the second lining for the second side. So this is what I have now after everything. I'm going to use this one because this particular one I fixed zip on have reduced. I'm going to use it now to shape the second side so that the both will be equal. So next time, if you're making yours, you can make this one that you're going to put zipper to be like 10.5 inches. 10.5 inches, so that by the time you finish sewing it, it will come back to 10 inches. So after tracing it on this, I'm going to cut it out. So this is it now. I'm going to put it on the lining and also stitch it round, but I'm going to pipe it at once, so I need to get the midpoint. So fold it over and notch the midpoint. I'm going to notch all the midpoints, and I'll put it on my lining. You start from any point that you have notched and pipe it round. So this is what I have after piping it round. So I'm going to also pipe the second one round. So I'm done doing it. This is what I have. So the next thing that we are going to work on now is we are going to work on the main body. So we are keeping this aside. This is my main body. I'm going to give you the measurement is 18 inches by 32 inches. So I have cut lining for it, and this is the zip cloth we are going to use. So now we are going to sew our belt to it. This is the belt I'm using, 1.5 inches belt, and I've marked some lines. You can see it there. So this is the width. From the width side, I measured, you can see it there, 4.5 inches. On the other side also, I measured 4.5 inches, while on the length side I measured 5 inches. Okay, now we are going to start with our sewing. I'm starting from the middle of the length. So I placed it on that 5 inches line point from the middle of the body. You see it? I'm sewing from the 5 inches side. So I'll just stitch it till the 4.5 inches. That's the 4.5 inches. I'll turn it and continue stitching. Just watch what I'm doing. So now you're going to create the handle of the bag before you continue the sewing. So I took 26 inches as my handle. Then I will continue my sewing from the 4.5 inches point and continue the sewing. So now I'm going to measure the second handle. Remember, we are using 26 inches. You continue your sewing, then and close it up at the same point you started. So this is it. Now we are going to sew the body and the lining together. As you sew, you arrange it. As you sew, you arrange it. Don't allow your lining to be twisted. Trim off the excess linings. That's what I'm just doing. So now I'm going to sew my zip. I just put the leather right side facing the zip cloth and sew. So now I'm going to move it the second side forward, also put it on the zip cloth right side facing each other. The leather will face the zip cloth. I will also sew it. After sewing it, I'm going to separate it and top stitch on it. You see the way I'm top stitching on it. I run a top stitch line 2 different places. That is to press down the zip cloth. So I've top stitched it. Now is the time to fix my zip head. I'm using 2 zip heads for it. So after fixing my zip head, just make sure you bring the zip head together, this zip teeth together, and notch the middle. Arrange it very well and notch the middle. So now that I'm done notching the middle, I'm going to sew the zip head to close it up so that it will not be opening. I want to close that particular point up. So I'm going to repeat same on this side also. I'm cutting off the excess zip teeth there. Now we are going to sew our D-ring. You cut out a belt. This is the D-ring I'm using, 1.5 inches D-ring, and this is the belt I'm using. It's 3 inches in length. So I'm trying to reduce it. What I have here is 3.5, but I want to make use of 3 inches, so I'm reducing it to 3 inches. So now I'll put my D-ring on it and centralize it on the zip teeth, and so I will also do same on this side. So guys, this is what I have now after sewing my D-ring to it. So now is the time to sew our side. We are going to turn the main body to the wrong side. Just turn it, arrange it very well. We are going to sew the side now. So this our belt that we sewed, you can as well notch it so that it will help you to know the midpoint. Now I'm going to get the side. I'll look for the midpoint. This down place I tape will be down side, while the other side will be up. So I'm trying to get the midpoint now. Notch the midpoint. So you put it midpoint to midpoint. You clip it down. Also clip it down, midpoint to midpoint. So now you arrange your main body on the side and sew it. If you do the right thing, everything will be equal. So now I'm going to sew it. So we are done with the side. Now we are going to tape it round with the bias belt. Just use your bias belt to cover all those seam allowances so that our bag will be neat. So now I'm trying to tape it with my bias belt. So guys, if you have watched it this extent and you have not subscribed to my channel or you have not followed my page on Facebook, kindly do so to support me. So we are done with it. This is it. Now you see how it is. What I did here, I will repeat it on this side. So guys, this is our bag now. We are done with it. This is where we are going to end this tutorial today. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all. I really appreciate you guys. If you are stopping by for the first time, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel, or also on this follow button to follow my page on Facebook. So I've turned it to the right side. This is our travel bag now. This is what I have now after sewing it. Isn't it very beautiful? You can give it a trial. You can see how it come out very well. You can give it a trial. Thank you all for watching. See you in the next tutorial. Don't forget to like my videos, share my videos, and if you have any question, please feel free to drop it in the comment section. God bless you all. See you in the next video. Bye bye.